Yung woman po dito ay ito po yung false church. The symbol of a faithful woman in Revelation used consistently reference to God's people, yung nakadamit ng puti. While the prostitute symbolizes of apostate and unfaithful. False church, dalawa. True church, false church, dalawa lang po. The kings and all the nations of the earth have, the 144,000 have refused that defile themselves by worshiping the beast, but have kept themselves pure unto God. Hindi sinless perfection. The plural form women refers most likely to the great prostitute Babylon and her daughters. Ito po yung pagiging perfecto at walang bahid, Brother Chad. Hindi yung sinasabi po nila. At ito talaga ang last generation. Bakit sinabing hindi nawahawa sa babae? Virgin. Yung virgin, ang Greek ay parthenos, usually means virgin. But it can be used with reference to formerly married person and widows. It can apply both men and women. The term is often used metaphorically in the Bible signifying fidelity to God. So yung virgin pala, pwedeng sa lalaki, pwedeng sa babae. Ang problema sa Tagalog, hindi nahawa sa babae. Eh di parang puro lalaki yun pag iliteral. Eh yung palang babae na yon, yung false church na yon. Ayan. Yung word na virgin, ang sabi po dito, however, does not suggest that there has never been any unfaithfulness. Bakit? Israel, although often described as adulterous and unfaithful in her relationship with God, is yet often called virgin when she comes back to God. So, yung Israel, matigas ang ulo, mapangalunya, pero ang tawag sa kanila ay virgin. Anong talata? 2 Kings 19:21. This is the word that the Lord hath spoken concerning him, the virgin, the daughter of Zion. Sino po ito? Sabi dyan, the daughters of Jerusalem. So, sino po itong virgin? Sinless ba Israel? Hindi. Kaya yung sinasabi po lang sinless perfection, hindi ibig sabihin as in walang bahid. Sa Isaiah 37:22 ay binanggit po uli yon. This is the word. Alos ganoon din, the virgin, the daughters of Zion. At ang mga Kristiyano sa 2 Korinto 11:2 ay tinatawag ding virgin, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Christ. Aba, ang mga taga-Korinto, Brother Gomer, di ba? Inaasawa yung kanilang mga mga manugang. Matitigas ang ulo nito. Pero tinatawag na virgin. Sabi doon, malilinis, walang dungis. Ito yung interpretation na sinless. First fruit daw sila. Paano naging first fruit ang last generation? Ay ang Israel. First fruit na rin. Yung Santiago, mga pangunang bunga rin. Yung mga Kristiyano, pangunang bunga rin. Isa pa, ito lang, last. Blameless. Chapter 14 verse 5, mga walang dungis. Yun din uli, yung termino. Yung walang dungis ay amumos naman sa Greek. Is a technical term of sacrifice to be offered to God in the sense of being unblemished, sacrificially perfect in the New Testament. The word is used in reference to Christ. Yung perfect, itinukoy niya sa hayop na ini-offer. Pero ang tanong, perfecto ba talaga yung hayop? Ano yun? Hindi nagkasala yung hayop? So may sinisimboluhan talaga siya. Kasi kumakatawan siya kay Kristo. At si Kristo ang perfect sacrifice. Yon, hindi tao, hindi hayop. Yun. So, ang mga Kristiyano, walang dungis din. Ay di, ang LGT pala sa panahon pa ni Pablo, sa Efeso, walang dungis ni kulubot. Chapter 5, verse 27. Chapter 2, verse 15. Walang dungis uli. Ang ibig sabihin ng blameless, the 144,000 as the blameless first fruit to God, referring not to moral sinless perfection, but to their fidelity to Christ and refusal to defile themselves when the people in the world announce their loyalty to God and commit fornication with the great harlot Babylon and her daughters. Ayon pala yung ibig sabihin. Kaya nga, ang sumunod na sinasabi, may tatak sa kanilang mga noo, nakasulat yung pangalan ng Diyos. Fidelity yon, katapatan yon, loyalty yon. Okay?